What's up, everybody? This is Sandy. I'm Sandy. Um, it's nice to meet you all. Uh, it was great participating in the last few leagues with all you guys. Uh, but now going forward, I think I'm gonna take things a little more serious. I'm gonna start recording the team building videos. I recorded the draft process here, and we're gonna make a channel out of it. We're gonna see how much fun we can have. All right. So starting right off, I got COVID. First video, we're down and out. But we also just got beat bad by Stein, so it's all up from here. Can't get worse, right? Jesus Christ. So we're located here on River Street, which is in Hoboken, New Jersey. We're right across from the city. Uh, for those of you who don't know. But let's get into it, all right? Let's get into it. I'm really happy to be starting this league with all you guys. We got a really competitive group going. We got Manny, Flygon, Needle King. Then we also got a lot of comebacks from the last league. Got Copy, Burger, Beast, Stein, all of them. And then we got some people I know in real life. We got Air Chomp, who's trash. Absolute terrible, terrible battler and person. Just individual in general, Weather Boy. We got Lou. Very direct, bad battler as well. Better than both of them. Then we got Inner Warrior. Inner Warrior, he's going to be a big threat in this league. I'm telling you. He is a guy. He's got a Kobe mentality when it comes to fantasy. He'll set an alarm for 3 a.m. and he'll wake up to get those acquisitions he needs. Okay? No one's beating him. It's going to be tough. It's going to be really tough. But we got a really competitive league. It's going to be great. So I'm just going to go through my draft here. I'm not feeling too well. I'm not going to do a whole reaction to everyone's teams or anything. But I'm going to talk about what my strategy is going forward. And we're going to see if it works out. All right? So starting right off, we'll go through the draft recap a little bit actually, a little bit. First round, you really want a speedy Mon, because with all the megas, like they get outsped and O-code by Scarfers anyway. So like Mega Lopunny's great, right? But like, then gets mock punched to death by a Braylon with expert belt, or like any Scarfer. There's like 95% to it, so you just throw up rocks and it's dead anyway. Great Mon, I wanted it, but like, I don't know, right? So Dragapult first off the board. Makes sense. Best Pokemon in draft, in my opinion. Then you got Mew. Makes sense. Can't argue with it. I don't like Mew for like 20 points, but like, whatever, right? It's a good Mon. Lando T. I'd probably go Lando T first overall. Just because Intimidate is incredible. Ground and flying type, so it resists flying. It resists, my bad. It's immune to ground type moves and electric, which is so good. Samazenta, Gallade. I don't like Gallade. Clef is great. Garchomp's great. Weavile, very great pick at 10. Incredible pick at 10. So now, what you see here is, I go Dracovish. That's me, River Street Dracos. My first pick overall is Dracovish. First round pick. I had Dracovish in my last league. I love it. I love this fish. His name is Dunks, okay? Because he's based off of the Dunkleosteus. It's an ancient fish. Very strong skull. Very thick jaw. Its bite force is probably more than like a T-Rex. Could bite through concrete, all that stuff. Really cool fish that's based off of Dunkleosteus. You should look it up. That's why I love Dracovish so much. And Fishious Rend is an homage to that, right? So, great Pokemon I had in the last league. The problem is it needs a lot of support. It needs a lot of support to run. Because when people know it's coming, they can prepare for it. Every single team I face is going to have a Water Absorb Pokemon, or Prankster, or Scarfers. There's going to be a lot of things to counter, right? So first round pick, not a great pick, but that's what I did. All right, I love the Pokemon. Now, what I really wanted to pair it with was Mega Diancie. They have great offensive synergy. And after a Rock Polish, nothing's outspeeding Diancie. The only thing you got to worry about is a Bullet Punch, right? So let's see. What do I get? Mega Diancie gets sniped. So I settle for slightly less, but still a great Pokemon. Offensive Juggernaut. Um, Not a lot of speed, but Psychic Terrain helps out with the priority and with the Prankster Mons, which is priority. So Tapu Lele mixed with Dracovish. Great core so far. Let's scroll a little bit, scroll a little bit. Toxapex goes. I would have loved to have Toxapex here, but you win some, you lose some. Then we see some great Pokemon going, great Pokemon going. And on the way back, where the hell am I? Gliscor. Gliscor is just a diet Lando with a reliable recovery. Um, I mean, there's nothing else to it, right? It's leftovers plus. You can't status it because it's immune to paralysis. And after you get your Toxic Orb off, you can't get burned. Toxic is good for it. Absorb status, that's great for Dracovish team. Also, 2 immunities is just great to have in general. Great Pokemon. Love it so far. Um, Great. I love my team so far, right? We got Dracovish, we got Tapu Lele, and we got Gliscor. So the offensive jugs is Dracovish and Tapu Lele. And then we have a nice defensive utility Mon. Defog, set up rocks, toxic, knock off, EQ, SD, all the stuff you need to do, right? Now, with my last team with Dracovish, my problem is that I had a lot of physical attackers, right? So when you have physical attackers with Dracovish, you're not really helping yourself because when you have a Fishious Rend, you need to understand the opponent is running max HP, max defense on every single Pokemon to counter it. So having a Scizor with max offense, you're just not helping yourself because you can't beat the bulky water types anyway. So what you really want is special attackers to surround the Dracovish, right? So that's what I try to do here. Gliscor's not that. Gliscor's defense. You need a defender. Good pivot mon, tailwind, whatever you want to do, shenanigans. But I wanted special attackers here, right? So Gliscor, I was really considering going Holucha here on the next pick for speed control. But it's not immediate offense. You do need to set it up with the SD. And I didn't love that. But Eric took that opportunity away from me anyway. He went Holucha here. So I went Slowking Galar. Get my defense in. Poison is weak to ground, so having a Gliscor with that is just a great combination. People can't just throw off EQs when you have a Gliscor, or they burn a turn. And a lot of times, things that use EQ are just physical attackers that can't really hit Gliscor anyway. So it's a good pairing, I thought. Where are we? Where's Street Draco? Yeah. So I like it so far, right? I got a defensive core of Galarian Slowking and Gliscor, and then an offensive core of Dracovish and Tapu Lele. So I liked that so far. Then, what the hell's going on here? That was not my next pick. So unfortunately, I did make acquisitions, so it messes up this drafting a little bit. Um, but yeah, here it is. So my next defensive mon was Umbreon. I really like a core of Umbreon, Gliscor, Galarian Slowking. Umbreon is so great to have on a Tapu Lele team because it's a Shadow Ball switch in. It's also a Wish Cleric, so I could heal up Dracovish. The problem I had in my last league is whenever Dracovish came in, I threw it in once. I didn't get it in multiple times. I would scarf it and I bring it in at the end when everything was dead. It starts to eliminate it, which is great. It works, but I really didn't get the opportunity to run it banded a lot. With Umbreon, with the Wish Pastor, with the Heal Beller, Baton Pass, which is dry, I could get in Dracovish a lot more, which is going to be great. Soften things up. It's also Shadow Ball switch in. Anything that Galarian Slowking can't tank, Umbreon does. Just a great pairing. I love the defensive core so far. Then I go Tentacruel here. I don't even know if Tentacruel's still on my team. I think it is. It's Rapid Spinner, Toxic Spikes, Toxapex light but fast, and definitely not as good. Throw off skulls. It's an okay mon. I don't love having it, but it's an extra rapid spinner. Whatever. I actually picked that up. I think I originally hit Superior there. Um, but this lead doesn't have hidden power, so Superior without HP Fire, I kind of dropped it, and you'll see why I dropped Superior later on. I got something else that does its job a little better for this team, at least. Did I pass myself? What am I doing here? All right, so look at that. Oh, did I miss my round 6? Nah. All right, so round 7, we got our Mega. And this Mega works so well with Dracovish. Dracovish's biggest problem is fat water types or water absorb Pokemon. What better way to deal with that than to have a Mega Venusaur? Everybody knows what this thing does. If it's a Sun team, I could throw Chlorophyll out there, outspeed stuff early on. If they're trying to mess with Dracovish, I don't have to Mega Evolve immediately. If I do Mega Evolve, Giga Drain, Sludge Bomb, Earth Power, there's tons of things it could do. Weather Ball, it's got some tricks up its sleeve, and like I tell you guys about yet. But Leaf Seed, it's a great mod to have. Does a lot of things. Then we start getting a little feisty. Ninetales Alola Ninetales. Dracovish behind an Auravale, whatever it's called, Aurora. Probably from the Aurora Borealis. But yeah, it's Aurora. It's Aurora, right? Dracovish behind Auravale is incredible. Hail, doesn't have much synergy with my team right now, but it's not about Hail. It's about the free screens. And Ninetales is pretty fast, too. You throw off some quick Moonblast, albeit not strong, but you can throw off some quick Moonblast, Freeze Dry, Blizzards. Again, Dracovish's big problem, water absorb mons. You can't run a Seismitoad against a Mega Venusaur and a Ninetales. It just doesn't work. So that was the plan there, right? Then a lot of good value picks here. Sneasel's incredible. Obstagoon's great. Shaman was so good. I was looking at Shaman here. Then here we go. When you get Ninetales, you know what's coming next. It's Little Running Mate. It's OU Viability Partner. They work together. If you have one, you have to have the other. Arctozolt, such good value. Only 6 points. Now, this is a point league, right? You get 130 points, and you have to draft 11 Pokemon at 1 Mega. So, there's not a lot of points to go around. It's tough, because Manny really fucking made things expensive, especially weather. It's insane. Some really expensive Pokemon out there. Some of them are trash, too. Like Nidoqueen at 14. It's kind of tough. Nobody took it. Torkoal at 14. But whatever, right? So, Arctozolt. Great Pokemon, throwing Slush Rush. Now I have some speed control when there's Hail up. I could Bolt Beak anything that Fishious Wren doesn't take, right? The only thing I have to worry about is the Water Absorb Mons. But then again, Arctozolt gets Freeze Dry. Gets Blizzard. So, I don't know. I don't think there are many teams that could handle me offensively right now. And I think that's the plan I was going for. So, I'll get to the end, and then I'll go over strategy a little bit more. So right here, that second to last pick, Hitmonlee. So Hitmonlee's an Unburdened mon. For those of you who don't realize that. Hitmonlee also has about 30 more base attack than Hawlucha. It also gets access to Bulk Up. I think it gets SD. It gets Curse with Unburden, which is interesting. You could use a White Herb Curse, which gives you basically a free Bulk Up and Agility in one turn. Gets High Jump Kick, tons of coverage, Knockoff, Stone Edge, Poison Jab. It doesn't get Triple Axle, unfortunately, but it gets a lot of coverage. It's pretty good. It's great mon. Blaze Kick. That mon's going to help me out. And then with my last pick, I take one of my favorite Pokemon. Where is it? Where's my little baby? Galarian Corsola. Such a good mon to have. So cheeky. It's just a 1v1 mon. It's just, if I got to play Zamazenta, there's nothing that could defend the Zamazenta. It's got Psychic Fangs for Toxapex. It's got CC for Ferrothorn. Nothing handles that, right? But for 6 points, I throw out Galarian Corsola. Takes any hit. Strength Saps, Will-O-Wisps. I could Whirlpool something in. I've seen the thing beat Tapu Finis one-on-one. It's just a great mon to have. You throw it in the back and people have to prep for it. They just have to deal with it. They have to knock it off. But a lot of times when people are trying to knock off things, like they'll knock off a Gliscor that already has a Poison Orb activated, so it's kind of like a burn turn. And it's great mon to have. Great mon. Um, so that's the team so far, right? I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up here. Where are we? Homepage, and I'll show you my first matchup. So the idea with this team is to be able to take 1 or 2 hits with your offense, but just beat the other team quicker than they could beat you, right? And the way we do that is we really have 3 offensive mons. 3 defensive mons that are going to come each week. We got Galarian Slowking, we got Umbreon, we got Gliscor. They're all extremely versatile. There's really no 1 or 2 threats that could take out both of them. We have Regenerator, we have Poison Heal, we have Wish Protect, lefties, whatever, right? Those 3 are very annoying to deal with. Now, all of my attackers, you have Dracovish, you have Tapu Lele, you have the Arctozolt. And then also my walls could throw off a little bit. Like a Foul Play from Umbreon is not fun. You really don't want to take a Sludge Bomb or a Squall from Tentacruel and EQ from Gliscor. Slowking Galar's got like a base 110 special attack. So you don't want to take those things. But really, Fishious Rend, Bolt Beak, High Jump Kick, Future Sight from Lele. Whatever the hell Venusaur does. That's the offense, right? So my whole plan here is to have those offensive Pokemon working optimally, but have enough defense to where I could just get a few extra turns out of them, right? So if I could just last long enough, I'll be alright. So let's look at this first matchup right here. We're versus a Mega Latios. So you got some real demons in this league. Like Mega Latios is a demon. I have no idea how I'm supposed to deal with that. Darmanitan Galar. Like these are demons. Regieleki. Gastrodon. Oh god. Gastrodon and Ferrothorn against Dracovish. That's an issue. That's an issue. But we got Freeze Dry. We got stuff we could deal with that with. I think we'll be alright. I think we'll be alright. But that's the plan. That's the plan. Some small pivot defense that could really heal up and last independent of the offense. And then offense that just cracks when I could get it in. And I don't love the team. I'm not going to lie. I don't really like Tentacruel, but I like Toxic Spikes on a Dracovish team. But I like the offense. And I'm curious to see how it works. So I'll make a team builder at some point when I build for this guy here. I don't remember who Weedles is. Who's got the Darm Galar? I think it might be one of Woozy's friends. Huncho Brad. Oh, Brad's not even real, is he? Is that Lago? Is Lago Brad? I don't know, but let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna keep posting videos, and you guys can fry me if you want. You guys could let me know if you like it or not. But I had fun doing this.